And it's a wonderful evening here in St. Petersburg. And the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational continues as the Tampa Bay Rowdies take on the Montreal Impact of MLS in Montreal's final preseason game. While we are here live at Al Lang Stadium, which is home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Mike Pepper and Lee Godfrey. And looking forward to this one here, Lee, because, you know, this has been 9 games here in this series and going on. And, you know, we saw some big stars, and yet another big one tonight will be facing against the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yeah, Didier Drogba finally making a start, finally getting minutes down at the Suncoast Invitational as well. We saw Piatti get in Wednesday midweek against Toronto FC out at Joe DiMaggio. He's starting too, so it'll be a handful offensively for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. The good news is, Mike, though, as we saw in that first game, is that these teams all involved, the MLS teams, are playing midweek games, Wednesdays, where the Tampa Bay Rowdies have had the full week of training, so they won't have the heavy legs that some players on Montreal might have. So that will make it for a great matchup as Stuart Campbell starts to really develop who he wants to see in his starting 11 for the kickoff on April the 2nd.
Yeah, and again, the Rowdies don't kick off until April 2nd, as you just pointed out. I feel like there's an echo in here as we do that. But as we talk about that, we're going to start to see this. He does want to see, particularly against Montreal, who we saw put out a lot of firepower. Now with Piatti and Drogba getting a little more time, maybe let his starters, instead of just a half, maybe get a little extra time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And one that we'll see start right off the bat that has a lot of MLS experience is their newest signing in Eric Avila. He played, of course, with Toronto FC in Major League Soccer, FC Dallas, Chivas USA, and most recently with Santos Laguna. And he did train with the Portland Timbers in preseason, and now signs as a member of the Rowdies alongside Jeremy Hall, who also was in Toronto. They're teammates there. So a good signing, and you'll get to see him up that right-hand side for Rowdies fans to see what he can bring to the team right off the get-go.
I love the face paint on a couple of those young kids. They make their way out with the Montreal Impact there too. And again, it should be a lot of fun here tonight as these teams will continue the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational. And when we come back, we will check in with the third member of our crew, Heather Donnelly, as well as the starting lineups. You're watching Rowdies Soccer.
One iron. And the right side of the green should go left when it hits.
I can't even see that one.
Oh, just a couple more.
Well, how's he getting on?
He's 4 over.
Again, water coming off the bill of his head.
Sweat, isn't it?
You warm enough? I'm warm enough, yeah.
So when do you think you'll turn professional?
I know I have to keep working hard to keep getting better and better.
On the team, Tiger Woods. From Northern Ireland, Roy McIlroy.
Good shot there, man.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1,000,000 megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
At St. Anthony's, we're not just a hospital.
We're St. Pete's newest emergency center with all private rooms for your comfort. We are a comprehensive breast center, giving you care and compassion when you need it most.
We're your neighborhood family physician, and we're here to take care of you.
We're a healthcare team striving to make your visit easy and comfortable.
At St. Anthony's, we're your connection to exceptional care.
Last year, Bud Light built a town called Whatever USA and invited anyone who enjoys spontaneous awesomeness to become its citizens.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, Mardi Gras all combined. This is unreal. It's like my best dream.
Are you up for whatever? Good weather, drinking beer is awesome. Where am I? This is amazing.
And all that's standing between you and a chance at is sharing a 15-second audition video. Tell us why you should go using #UpForWhatever and #audition.
Well, downtown St. Petersburg is a wonderful place here in Central Florida, and we are live at Al Lang Stadium, St. Pete. It is the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational, where the Rowdies and the Montreal Impact are just seconds away. And Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, let's check in with Heather Donnelly on the sideline. Heather?
Hi, Mike. Tonight we want to get the fans who are at home watching the game involved. So what we want to know tonight is what you guys think will be the final score. Go ahead and tweet us at Tampa Bay Rowdies. Send us your score predictions. Send us anything else you have to say during the game, and we'll be keeping an eye on your tweets. And we may read some of them out loud on air, answer any questions you might have, and who knows, someone might predict the correct score. We'll just have to wait and see, guys.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah, we'll see. You know, expecting it here, especially with some of the firepower that Montreal's throwing out there. And Lee, why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of these formations from
let's take a look at this. And here is the Montreal Impact. Finally, Didier Drogba, the man from the Ivory Coast, up top, number 11. And over on that right-hand side, Piatti in the midfield is that big setup man. And for your Tampa Bay Rowdies, Stuart Campbell's side, Heineman up top. There you see Eric Avila making his debut as a member on the right-hand side for the Rowdies. Matt Pickens in goal. Nanchoff, Guerra, Al Hassan make up the rest of that midfield.
And a good look at the four referees. Andrew Musashi is the center. Andre Schwartz is one of the assistants. Matthew Schwartz is the other. And your fourth official, Esteban Rosano, as they'll be wearing the green jerseys of the referees tonight. The Rowdies will be in their preseason black, and Montreal, all white from head to toe, will be taking the field here in just a minute. You get a good look at them taking their team photo. It should be, again, a good one here. And as Heather mentioned on Twitter, at Tampa Bay Rowdies, you can try and get that score. I know, Lee, you're active on there on Twitter as well. Levon Godfrey?
Yep.
And you can always tweet me to Sports Tampa, and I'll catch it in a couple days. You get a good look at the coaches. But it will be. And you know what? If my life was as perfect as my Twitter audience, then we would all be fantastic. There is those Twitter things, you know, because you know the Twitter audience always perfect and everything else, and if my life was just like theirs, then so be it. But
absolutely. You know, there's everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'll give them that, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent.
You know what? That's it, though. I mean, you know that I'd actually read the mean tweets if I actually saw it. I like them. I like them. Keep them coming. So, great shot here of Al Lang Stadium as you look back from the Mahaffey Theater on the east end of the stadium, and Matt Pickens makes his way to the west end. He'll be defending the goal there as the Rowdies will be going from right to left on your screen. Montreal obviously will be doing that in the second half. Tom Heineman getting the start here tonight too. Second consecutive start here in the preseason, and they have an award with Didier Drogba. That's got to be a thrill for these guys too, to see the
no doubt.
National player.
Talking about Twitter, Tom Heineman tweeting out a picture of him after a training session with Didier Drogba. So, you know, not just players, but also big fans too. A lot of these people that have seen Didier Drogba on the world stage, whether it's England, Chelsea, or with the Ivory Coast and FIFA World Cups. It's just a special player to have out there on the pitch tonight.
Well, long ball here, and Heineman's already got it. He's going to look to cross it in. Al Hassan is there, but it was a whiff by the defender, and the Rowdies miss a golden chance 20 seconds in.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't think Al Hassan thought that ball was going to reach him, so kind of caught him off guard as it did get past that Montreal Impact defender.
Drogba will turn it over to Eric Avila, who gets his chance. You had a chance to see him in Toronto.
Yeah, absolutely. A good player, a lot of speed up that right-hand side, and brings something good to the game. He can play attacker as well up top if need be because of injuries. So he's a bit of a utility player. He came off the bench a lot for Toronto FC. Had a tough time cracking that starting 11, but will fit in quite good here in Tampa Bay.
Some time in Orlando last year as well. So
yeah, on loan there. His club was in Santos Laguna in Mexico, and he had to get out of that contract to be able to sign here. So I'm sure all that paperwork was, it was a little bit difficult, I think, to get through, but he got through it. Spent some time training with the Portland Timbers this preseason, so he does come in fully fit.
Portillos will lose it, and Piatti will go at Justin Chavez. The runs are being made around him. Piatti will go down to ground. No foul call, but it's cleared out towards midfield, where Montreal will get it again in the form of Toya. They're right back tonight.
And that's where you're just going to have to watch that connections between Piatti and Drogba. Drogba obviously not with the legs that he used to have, but he's such a big man and a big target. When you've got the creativity of a player like Piatti and the speed, that you have to be very careful in where those players are at all times.
Al Hassan finds Ramirez, and Ramirez will tee up a shot, and it's going to go off the scoreboard. Goes well over. Rowdies ended up getting it. Drogba's first preseason action in his first 2 touches have just given the ball to the Rowdies. I think it's going to go nowhere but up for the Ivory Coast player. Bush has it. She's going to play it off the chest of Darnell King out to Chavez. Justin Chavez getting the start at the center back, and as that one goes out, the Rogers have a throw. And let's check in with Heather Donnelly on the sideline. Heather?
Hi, Mike. We already have some really great tweets coming in, a lot of score predictions. And we have one fan, James Noter. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, James. But he says that he has never seen the Tampa Bay Rowdies in action before and wants to know what players to look out for. So, Mike and Lee, who should they be keeping an eye on tonight?
Good question, Heather. And Lee, I guess, obviously it's preseason, but a couple of these guys, that one's going to go to Evan Bush. What would you say? I mean, if the Rowdies have got to score some goals, I mean, Heineman's going to be that target man up top.
Yeah, obviously. And we had a good chat with him. He came up, introduced himself to us at training session on Friday.
And he's got a chance here as it will go out for a corner kick, so he pressures it.
And we had to be nice. I said, we hope we weren't too hard on him when he had the breakaway that one night. And he kind of chuckled and said, no, I screwed up there. I should have did better on that one. So, yeah, you're looking at him. I was watching him warm up here, and he was just cracking the ball into the top corner. So I would say, when you're looking for a single man up top as far as getting a goal, he's the target man. He's the guy.
Another first-year player, too, Michael Nanchoff. Could be an option too, as Avila will take the corner kick. He'll play it near post over the head of Heineman, headed up, but it's not out. Second ball, and now Evan Bush will come in and collect it. He's going to look to quickly play it up, and he does. On Tavero will bring it down. I think Matt Pickens comes out, and of course Pickens is third-year goalkeeper. As Drogba will play it back in the area. It's still there. Piatti has it. Seemed like a rather innocent ball, and now Darnell King has to send it towards midfield. It's kind of high in there. Pickens maybe not, just want to make sure. King did a good job on Piatti. Montreal will bring it out of the back. Some interesting choices not getting starts too, so I think we'll have to see who shapes up, but those are a couple people at least tonight to keep our eyes on.
Well, giving Stefan Antonevic a break and putting Justin Chavez in the back, that's quite the battle that they're going to have. You can see the size difference between number 13 and number 11 out there right now.
And it's going to roll too far and over the end line. But we look at the starting lineup here for the Rowdies. Really, it's only 5 returning players. Juan Guerra, Zach Portillos, of course, who only played 2 games before injuring his Achilles last year. Justin Chavez, Darnell King, and Matt Pickens. They are going with 6 new faces, although Frankie Sanfilippo is a familiar face. He did play in Fort Lauderdale last year. Returning and wearing the captain's armband is... he'll be one of those for sure. Tamika Nkandawiri, who still kind of getting in preseason form. not out there, and he wore the armband a couple times last year. Looks like Avila able to get it off Piatti. He's going to go at the box, and he's going to tee it up right foot. Shot's going to go to the chest of Evan Bush.
Great steal there, great work, great effort to get that ball away from Piatti and have an opportunity on goal.
Well, the Rowdies, certainly the intensity here as they started this one seems to be a little bit more so than what we saw against Philadelphia as well. Long ball across, Portillo's will head it down. Montreal can't get it over to Drogba as Alexander came across. Ramirez loses it there. Ramirez is whistled for the foul.
I didn't see too much there. It looked more like to me that Alexander kind of stepped on top of the ball, and that's how he lost his balance. Ralph's Mob always here. Makes these night games a little more exciting to have the crowd behind the team.
Well, Piatti tees it up from about 30, and he's going to be a slicing ball. Will go wide. It'll be a goal kick. Pickens had to go left. May have had it covered anyway, but Piatti not afraid to test the goalkeeper of the Rowdies, or at least attempt to. Good look at Matt Pickens. Looking for Heineman, who wins it, flips it on, up to Al Hassan. Avila has it, but he's taken off the ball by Oyongo. Donadell plays it into the corner, running on it. Portilla's going to have to chase him down. It's going to go all the way to the corner, and it's going to go off the flag in there. It's out where Toya, who had been running it down. Portillo's will have to throw it right near his own corner flag. Get it up to Nanchov and Portillo's, but it's going to go out for a throw for Montreal. Ramirez. Guerra. Back out wide to Al Hassan. That's a bad pass. And Portillo's will combine to lose it, and it's going to deflect off of Juan Guerra and be a corner kick for Montreal. Marco Donadell will come up to take this.
Well, Donadell having a good preseason here in St. Petersburg. Some good service, good deliveries. He can get this one in there.
Ball was played anyway, and there's a lot of pushing and tugging, and it's just there. Referee Drogba was looking, so was Simon. There was a lot of pushing and shoving, and Donadell took it. Nobody went to the ball, and now there's a lot of communication here. Referee's going to call the foul on Montreal, so it'll be a Rowdies free kick, but that was very awkward.
Yeah, it was, and Didier Drogba not pleased at all. He actually just didn't even look at the ball coming in. You just watch Drogba. He stops. There's Darnell King is all over, looked like Simon, and Drogba just stopped and just looked at the referee.
Yeah, it was a little crazy the way it did it. His ship is able to get to that ball and give it to Oyongo. He'll play it back post, looking for Drogba. Drogba goes up. Portillo's was in front of him. It may have gone off Zach. No, it goes off of Drogba. And Didier Drogba is not happy with that either. Another look at the ball in.
Yeah, Oyongo putting it in, and just watches the two heads go up, and Drogba thinks that it did take a flick off of Portillo's.
Ramirez sends it up. Donadell has it. So we hit the 10-minute mark. Rowdies had a pretty good chunk of the play the first 6-7 minutes. Montreal seemed to have settled it down since then.
Evan Bush last season really solidifying his position as the #1 keeper, playing 31 matches. The year before, only 13. Came to the club in 2012. 1 game in his first year and 1 game in his second year.
Guerra, a nice tackle, keeps it from Piatti. Still play on. Rowdies have it. They're going to try and go forward as Nanchoff and Avila combined. Now here's Ramirez looking for Heineman. That's tough with 3 white shirts around him. They chest it down, and Piatti will bring it across midfield. 2v5, now 3v5. Drogba maybe onside. No, he's offsides. He couldn't hold his run up long enough. Didier Drogba whistled for offsides.
Well, that will be the thing that back four of Tampa Bay will have to be aware of. He's a poacher, and that's what he does. It's all about his timing. It's all about being on your game and being mindfully aware of where he is all the time, because if you make one slip up, one mistake, that's where the difference between a pretty good player in this league and a world-class player is the difference.
Well, Nanchoff is down. Donadell's going to get a card. What will it be? I think Donadell will get a card. Looks like Donadell went over the ball. We'll see something. Yes, it's yellow in the hand. Here's another look at the play. And Donadell is issued the card. You can see as it comes in, and there's Nanchoff, and the cleats over the top.
Yeah, he came in very hard from behind. You can see Tommy Heineman not pleased whatsoever as he saw it all from the other angle, and that's definitely a booking.
Well, Nanchoff is over the ball. Montreal's holding the line at the top of the penalty circle. A lot of room and a lot of space. If the Rowdies can get it into Heineman, they're going to try and do it. Chavez is there, and he'll head it up, and Bush has to tip it over. And it's a corner kick. Justin Chavez, great run, header on net, but it's saved by Bush.
Wow, and you saw a great angle of it there from behind the goal. Yeah, Justin Chavez gets up, and the fingertips by Evan Bush to keep that one out. And the first big chance of this game goes to the Rowdies.
And they took it quick. Now the last ball coming back across. Heineman will head it down. No one's there. Rowdies tried to catch him quickly and was able to get the ball across, but it went all the way across. And now Al Hassan has it. He'll take it to the corner, has a little bit of space. Try and whips it in. It goes off the back of Simon. And it will be a throw for the Rowdies.
Good start here. I like the physicality too of the Rowdies, and you know what, it's very interesting the way this tournament has gone and how this is the last night, and the last thing that the Montreal Impact want,
well, as Heineman just misses the header after Avila crossed it,
the last thing that they want is to lose this game going into their MLS season. That would be just not the way they want to go into the regular season. A great high for the Rowdies, but certainly the Montreal Impact want to carry whatever they get out of tonight into the regular season.
They will have a transcontinental trip. They'll probably fly home to Montreal, but their game next Sunday will be at Vancouver to open up the MLS season on the 6th. They've been training here in St. Pete for the last 2 weeks on this very field here at Atlanta. Portillo's whistled for a foul as he goes in on Tavero.
Yeah, Tavero was already kind of down on one knee, and that's probably where he took the leg or the foot of Portillo's on that tackle.
Just a verbal communication with Portillo's, no card issued. John Tavero's up on his feet. Donadell's saying, hey, I got it one. Maybe it should have gone, but Donadell went through the player where Portillo's tackle wasn't through him, but did get him. Here's Donadell, one-man walls Ramirez. Line being held at the top of the box, 18 yards out. Donadell plays it in. Chavez gets to it, but the second ball is going to be dangerous. Piatti, who will poke it through, and Portillo's has it. Man, that was a dangerous ball there for the Rowdies. Probably should have done better, but they'll come away with it. Ramirez has a little bit of space. He's in the race against Donadell, but the defender Cabrera gets back, and he'll get it to Bush. And Bush will slow it down just briefly and start it out of the back with Donadell. A little over 15 minutes have passed. Scoreless here. Rowdies have had the best chance of the game. Chavez header that Bush had to tip over for a corner. Driven to Drogba. Alexander. Now Gatter gets the tackle, and it's chested down by the defense. It's definitely Saman, and of course with the bald head, as that ball's played towards the corner, so Oyongo up from his left back. He gets to the loose ball. Now he'll try and drop it, and they'll lay it over the top. Harry Ship. Ship has it. Now the Rowdies have it. Guerra. They'll take it out. Well, I was saying the bald head is Saman. For a second looked blonde in the lights. He's making sure that was him. But he's the only bald guy in the field right now. Or maybe Evan Bush has not much, but he's got a purple shirt on. You can tell that. Darnell King. Al Hassan and Heineman, and good work from the Rowdies, although Heineman's pass a little bit far for Avila.
Right idea, though. And there's some nice passing there and moving the ball forward. I like that from the Rowdies.
Here's Cabrera, and he'll use Toya. Walter Ramirez. Driven ball to Drogba off of Donadell, and Drogba is offsides. I don't know where he's offside. I don't know if you've ever heard those words together, have you? Drogba offside?
Probably a few times.
Already the second time tonight.
It will happen a lot, but like I said, he's just waiting for the one time, and you've got a player of his caliber and the ball at his feet.
All it takes is one. You're right, Lee. Absolutely. Donadell wins the header. Chavez, though, with the loose ball, has time. Gets to King. Although King will lose it. Piatti. Chavez with the recovery tackle, and the Rowdies might have numbers. They do have a 5v4 right up, yeah, if they want to go at it. Here's Avila. We'll send it in. Heineman. Al Hassani's got a man wide as Nanchoff. Nanchoff, though, may be taken down, and it's a free kick in a dangerous spot. Although Ramirez is wide open, maybe had an easier ball at the start, but it's a very good opportunity here for the Rowdies. You see Nanchoff down, but he was pushed from behind and does earn that free kick. The wall's going to be about 20 yards out, so we'll say it's 30. Khalifa Hassan. Is the right foot. Michael Nanchoff is the left foot. Looks like Al Hassan is teeing this one up, though. But it will be Nanchoff, left foot, tipped off the wall. It's deflected, and it's a corner kick. Bush was going to his left, and after it hit the wall, it goes out for the corner.
Well, the right idea for the Tampa Bay Rowdies is they are able to apply some pressure, and we'll see Eric Avila now and his delivery into the box as the Rowdies continue to press the Montreal Impact and look for the first goal in this game.
There's Avila, and Drogba gets there to clear it out. 3 Rowdies overrun the ball, and now Montreal with Ontivero will go forward. Ship, Alexander, and Montreal just in recovery and keeps possession. Now they have another opportunity here. It's Alexander wide to Oyongo. Off the head of Darnell King. It's still free. Drogba is in the box waiting. Piatti, and it will go off of the black-shirted Juan Guerra. It'll be a throw in for Montreal. Darnell will get a talking to, or maybe because he got hit in the head with the ball, the referee is making sure. Actually, they're going to ask for the trainer to come out as Darnell King took a shot to the head with the ball.
Well, this will be interesting, too, that the referee now has called for Darnell to get looked at when he didn't want to, because Darnell doesn't want to have to come off the pitch. But I guess safety first, but he told the referee he's fine. The referee didn't agree, and he doesn't want to be off the pitch with this ball in the dangerous position now.
And maybe he said, "Fine mine," or instead of "I'm fine," but you know, maybe that was the question. But referee Andrew Musashi. do it, and the throw will be asked to do again. Darnell's off the field, but they're going to tell him to play on, so Youngo will look to throw it in. Donadell. Rowdies will push the lineup. Drogba's long behind him, so they're going to have to go somewhere else, or at least switch the field. They do.
Darnell King's been allowed to make his way back onto the pitch.
He's quick. They just wanted to make sure, and with the advent of head injuries, they'll be extra cautious, both in MLS and the Rowdies moving this out. Here's a long ball cleared by Portillos. Doesn't get all of it as it gets to midfield. And Cabrera, although clumsily finds over before Sanfilippo will send it back the other way. Al-Hassan and Nanchoff combine for a nifty move. Nanchoff now will play it out to Heineman, who's offside. Tom Heineman offside, and he's telling her, look, I'm looking straight across the line. I was onside.
Yeah, he doesn't agree with it. And that's one thing that we've seen with this Montreal team, that they're very creative.
I don't agree with it either.
Yeah, you know, he was in an offside position, but there was a little bit of delay on that pass, and it looked like he was in line there. The angle might not be quite right, but it certainly appeared to be. Montreal defensively has shown that they have holes.
Drogba's onside here. Now he'll play it, and it's back across, and Ramirez will be able to turn. He's got one to beat Toya, though. He slows him down, so Ramirez looking for help, and he'll get it to Portillos, and he'll get it up to Tom Heineman. Heineman tries to flip it on, and the impact will come away with possession. Now an opportunity as Ontivero will be taken down, and it'll be a free kick. A referee, interesting here, Ontivero was able to go about another 7 or 8 yards before he hit the ground. But the referee is going to mark it back where the initial contact happened, even though he still was able to possess it just a little bit more.
Yeah. Looks like Garrett just got in there a little bit.
So instead of 25 yards, it's going to be about 30 yards out. Say it's 32 because the referee will get 31 yards out. The referee will put the wall at the top of the penalty circle. Drogba lining up over it.
The Rowdies don't want to come back to where the referee is saying this is where the wall needs to be set up.
5-man wall. Didier Drogba will be teeing this one up. You can see he's already over it. Will he touch it for Ontivero or not?
Drogba wants more. He's not saying that's 10 yards.
It's Ontivero off the crossbar, and Chavez has to run it down. Rowdies didn't. They looked to sleeping a little bit. Ontivero with a great shot right, top 90, but did not go underneath the bar. Hit it.
Yeah, that just rattled it off the crossbar. He whipped that around the wall, and that hit probably the corner, the post, and the crossbar. Rattled it and came right back out. Matt Pickens could only just watch that thing. So 2 fantastic chances in this game so far. Montreal off the bar and post, and Evan Bush had to come up big on Justin Chavez in this first half. It's been a good 25 minutes of football.
It's Toya. Toya splits the defender. Sanfilippo gets it back to his goalkeeper. Pickens touches and has to go long. A dangerous playing in front of the net like that as Avila gets it. Avila, Juan Guerra. Guerra will try to get it out to Darnell King. He does. Rowdies will lose it in the center circle. Ontivero will lift it up for Drogba off the chest. Didier Drogba. Sanfilippo puts his head down. Drogba will get called for the high kick. Good defense by Sanfilippo, and Drogba and Sanfilippo will shake hands. Another look at that free kick.
Jeez, that was going a mile a minute, and Pickens was just looking to see if it was going to go wide or just drop in the goal. Great shot there of his reaction to that free kick.
Well, Pickens will take the free kick for the Rowdies. Heineman flips it on, gets it up to Al-Hassan. Brings it down to Ramirez.
Good win there by Heineman.
Now Zach Portillos. Out to Al Hassan. Portillo's continues his run, but now played into the box. And it will bounce to Evan Bush, who will play it out quickly to Ambroise Oyongo. He's a left back, but the Rowdies have 4 black shirts behind it and force Montreal to go back towards their own net. Simon. Drogba. Back to Drogba. And Piatti. Ship. Still on it. Now Hassan will win it. Give it wide to King. Avila will fight after he lost it. He'll get it back in front of the bench, but his pass will go to Donadel for Montreal.
Much better so far by the Rowdies in this first 27 minutes of play defensively. They were giving balls away a lot the last time they played. When we heard from Stuart Campbell at the end of the first half, he wasn't happy, just not doing the basics well. And this time they seemed to be much more organized than they were in the first part of the game last weekend.
Simon will get it to Piatti. Piatti will go, and that one's spinning. It will go over the end line for a goal kick. Ralph's Mob getting into it, drumming, cheering, standing. Heineman got shoved from behind. Free kick go the way of the Rowdies. Regular season, the Rowdies will be wearing their green and yellow hoops, and that one is Ontivero. Throws the ball back. He gets told, don't do that again.
Oh, that stuff just, there's nothing that gets me going more than stuff like that. That the player thinks that they're an official. Like, no, I'm not happy with it, so I'm just going to go up and move it. If I'm an official, I'm just giving him a yellow just for a professional foul, unsportsmanlike. You know what? Well, you don't have to do that.
Rowdies get a break here as Montreal called for the foul. They actually volleyed the ball into the chin of Tom Heineman. But the ref saying that the foot got up and hit Tom Heineman in the chin, but it was the ball, and they actually were just calling a high kick. But
yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be the boot that hits him if the referee thinks he got the boot high.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a this or that call. Was his foot or his boot in a dangerous position? Yeah.
I thought he missed it, but that's me. But Nanshoff and the Rowdies don't care. They get the free kick. Going to the back post. Headed up. Evan Bush not challenged from there.
A little different tonight where you normally you do have Tom Heineman, who's a big guy to be able to get on the end of those, but also normally you'd have Stefan Tanejevic getting forward into the box too. Just another person that the Montreal Impact and during the regular season, and another person that the other team will have to mark to be able to give just more options as far as being able to pound that ball in the goal from inside the 18-yard box or inside the 6.
It ends at Matt Pickett's feet. He'll pick it up, drop it down, and get it up the field. Looking for Heineman again. Heineman doesn't win it, but forces that. That may go off Drogba's hand. It does.
Well, there were a lot of things happening in the offseason with that guy, Didier Drogba.
Whether he'd be back or not, right?
Well, as the special one, Jose Mourinho was fired from Chelsea. Roman Abramovich brings in a new coach in Gus Hiddink. And the 3 of them were spotted out at Chelsea games sitting in a private box as Gus Hiddink Abramovich and Didier Drogba. And Didier Drogba at one point announced his retirement from the Montreal Impact, and it was said he was going to accept that coaching position at Chelsea. And sure enough, with 1 year left on his contract, and the Montreal Impact desperately wanted him to honor that, and I guess was pretty intense talks with Drogba and the owner of the Montreal Impact, Joey Saputo. And sure enough, Didier Drogba is back.
Turn. Now Alexander has it, and he's going to go skyward over the crossbar, and as that one rolls out, and Pickens ready for a goal kick. Let's check in with the third member of our team on the sideline, Heather Donnelly. Heather.
Hi, Mike. This Suncoast Invitational has been a chance for two old friends to reconnect here. Rowdies midfielder Khalif Al-Hassan and Montreal Impact forward Dominic Oduro are actually neighbors back home in Ghana. They didn't even realize that until a couple years ago, they tell me. But now that they do know it, they've developed a friendship, and they say they actually train together when they're back home in Africa. They've taken this time here while Montreal's been training at Al Lang Stadium to hang out, spend some time together. I actually ran into them on Thursday. They were on their way to Khalif's house to grab some lunch. So two old friends connecting, and it really is a small world, isn't it, guys?
Oh, you're absolutely right. And Oduro, who's been a big part of the Montreal in the preseason so far, 3 goals in the 2 games, 2 against DC United, and then got the goal for Montreal on Wednesday against Toronto. But yeah, it's crazy when you think about it, and it's particularly in a population-based country such as Ghana, that they're basically neighbors.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a great story. And Dominic Oduro missing that first game because he was feeling under the weather, so who knows if there would have been more goals for what his Twitter handle is, Freaky Fast. And he's got, now there's Heineman straight down. He hasn't moved. I don't know if there's a clash of heads there.
Yeah, that his head did go, and we'll probably get the trainer to come across. Another look at it here, Lee.
It's a little blurry here. We see the balls go up. Oh, and he was just taking out his shoulder from behind, and I'm not sure how much Cabrera was really playing the ball there, but Heineman just got taken out from behind.
Cabrera, as you said,
shaken up.
Heineman now sitting up.
Well, he took, yeah, the shoulder and elbow to the side of the head, and you can see Heineman was kind of going into his mouth there with his hand, and he's pretty shaken up. He looks like he's a little groggy.
He's going to have to come off the field, and obviously with the head injury in the preseason. As the Rowdies are warming a couple of bodies up on the sideline on a chilly night in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Danny Mwanga, obviously on the bench tonight, would be the obvious choice as his replacement, but it looks like Heineman is fine, and he's going to get right back out there.
And he does get the word. He's coming back onto the field, and Pickens is going to quickly look for him. And he'll bring it down with his foot this time, able to turn. He's got Ramirez. Ramirez stops his run. And we mentioned the chilliness, and let's go again with Heather Donnelly on the sideline with the temperature. Heather?
Yeah, Mike, it's chilly down here, to say the least. It's 57 right now in St. Petersburg, but at least it's not as cold as it is in Montreal. Right now it's 33 degrees in Montreal, so it probably feels pretty good for their players, but for us Floridians, it's cold.
Yeah, and it turned as soon as the sun set. It was about 62, 63 during the earlier game, but as it went down, I must admit, I had to get a jacket, and that's rare. I had to go get something.
The people in Montreal think it's a nice warm day in La Belle Province. That's right about 0 Celsius, and this time of year to have that is warm. Normally they're seeing about 13, 14 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's nice and warm for them right now. It's been a very mild winter in the Northeast.
And what about you? You like a fan of the chilly weather? Where would you rather be?
I'd rather be exactly where I am, right here, right now. And you know, I think it's going to take me another year or two to say that it's cold here right now tonight.
And Drogba is offside. Well, we played 35 minutes and change. Mike Pepper, Lee Godfrey, Heather Donnelly, and Rowdies and Montreal scoreless at Al Lang Stadium, which is home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. As a matter of fact, last 2 weeks it's been home of the Montreal Impact as well. So this will conclude the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational. Montreal will head up to Vancouver to open up their season next Sunday. Rowdies will travel to USF across the bay to Tampa for their annual game, and then on Sunday they will be making their way over to jolly old England for a little bit more preseason action. They don't open until April 2nd right here against Indy. Rowdies called for the free kick, or called for the foul. It will be a Montreal free kick at midfield. The ship was clipped.
It's great that they are playing that game at USF. Of course, you're a former player there, but I was at that game. You and I sat last year and watched the game up there, and those always kind of scare me a little bit because the university players, they have something to prove. They go out there and there is no fear. They're thinking, hey, these guys are coming to town. We're going to show them whose home it is, and it can be a little scary sometimes for the Rowdy players. They have to be on their game and be very attentive because the USF players are not thinking that's a friendly. And
as Heineman's offsides, I am actually a USF, which is the University of South Florida alum, as is Ben Sweat, who's on the bench tonight for the Rowdies. Ben has the most starts, 78, I think it was, in USF history, at least when he left. To verify that that's still true, but Ben, a very capped player. I think I had 50 in my 3 years. Here is Hassan to Heineman, who's onside. A lot of chasing behind Tom Heineman as he gets into the box, and that touch failed him. Played into the corner and run down by Donadell.
Oh, that's too bad for Heineman because the counter was on. He had Ramirez going forward. I think he had Al-Hassan going forward. There was a lot of black jerseys moving forward into that box, and that one touch gets away from him, and that was the only touch that he needed before hitting that across the face of the box.
Yeah, just a little bit too far as he got maybe a little overly aggressive, almost had too much time again. Oyongo will look to send it to Piatti. Switched across, Toya is chested down by Ramirez. Portillo's has a little space outside. He'll go there before Montevero has to chase him down. Throw in Rowdies, midfield. Each team has had one outstanding chance. Montreal hitting off the crossbar on a free kick by Ontivero. Rowdies, Justin Chavez got in, and Evan Bush had to tip it over for a corner kick. It's going to go off of the Rowdies. It'll be a throw-in for Montreal. Oyongo looking for Drogba, chest it down, and it's saved, and now the rebound, save! Pickens, Piatti, great shot, Pickens better save.
Yeah, absolutely. Piatti's even clapping his hands on that one, telling Matt Pickens, nice save. His great chest down by Drogba. Alexander's shot is blocked, and Piatti comes in and lets a rifle go, and down to his left-hand side, Matt Pickens stands tall, makes a good save, and able to cover up the rebound.
Now Nanchov has it. And not to be lost on that opportunity was the block by Sanfilippo. You talked about Alexander's shot. Sanfilippo laid out. That did give the rebound to Piatti, but two great opportunities for Montreal, snuffed out by the Rowdies.
Gives you some of Drogba's just soccer sense. You don't want to get too caught up in thinking he's going to want to take that shot. He was very generous there and just chesting it back and finding the open player in Alexander. First real meaningful touch for Drogba, I think, in this match so far. Is he's had a bit of a tough go at it, either going offside or really just giving up the ball.
I'd be curious to see what kind of time he gets. He hasn't played in the preseason. In the earlier game, Giovinco hadn't played in the preseason. He played all 90 minutes for Toronto. And Portillo's is called for the foul as he goes through Drogba.
Oh, it's been, I think because the Rowdies have had that full week off, there's been more energy and more pace, certainly in this game, than there was in the earlier game. The earlier game had a good start, some good chances, but a lot of the game played in the midfield. This has more of a back and forth feel to it.
Drogba all the way back to get a touch. Now up to Ontivero, who can turn, but opts not to. And now he played through ball to Piatti. Piatti can't touch that, and Chavez will get to it. Piatti tried to cut the ball back and just missed it. Now he'll get the throw. Toyez, Juan Guerra will be whistled for the foul as he stepped on Ontivero, and it would be a free kick. Linesman threw his flag up immediately as we get another look. Yeah, he stepped down on the heel. Ontivero is down. Well, now the referee says Zach Portillos. It's not Portillos, it's Juan Guerra. Referee is lost here.
He's having a chat with the wrong person, and he's giving the wrong person the yellow card.
Zach gets the card. Zach was trying to sell him out. Juan out. So that wasn't me, it was him, but it doesn't matter. As here, there's Zach away, and there's Juan Guerra. It's obvious it's 16. Gave it to 15 instead of 16. Ontivero is on the ball. Last time he took a free kick, he rifled it off the crossbar, but Donadell is there in case they choose to swing it away from Matt Pickens. A couple dangerous options with the three-man wall for the Rowdies. And Donadell towards the top. Drogba right at Pickens. Playground type play. And it worked, but Drogba put it right at Matt Pickens.
Well, we saw it happen
NYCFC
against the Montreal Impact, and it was Pirlo to David Villa, and Villa rang it off the crossbar in the exact same type of play.
Hassan will chase down the loose ball. Now Heineman will try and get it wide to Hassan, and he'll one-time volley wide for a goal kick.
Good play there, a nice set piece by the Montreal Impact, but the finish by Drogba, he'd want to do better. Right in the middle, didn't have much on it, and Matt Pickens able to get it. Of course, that all was because of the free kick, and there you see Juan Guerra going back 16, and MLS is going to do some video replay experimentation this year, and that's where I think every league should be. The fourth official should have a monitor there at his desk and be able to call in after a replay to get those right.
Well, here's Piatti and a big save by Pickens. Chavez stood him up. Piatti went to his left, and Pickens was to his right to keep it out of the net.
Great save by Matt Pickens. You can see just how fast the feet are of Piatti. He does this 1-2 little zigzag and lets it go before you can blink, and Matt Pickens does well to get on that and send it out.
Donadell plays it in. Drogba, big save, Pickens. It's still free. Piatti can't get it to turn. Now it goes out wide. Pickens is standing on his head in the first 45. Here's Ramirez, and he's going to get taken down by Cabrera.
That has to be a yellow card.
It is a caution, as there will be 2 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. But another save as Drogba goes up. Pickens goes to his left on a reaction save.
Great save.
Here's the first one by Pickens that resulted in the corner.
Yeah, that was the Piatti one that led to that corner. And then off the counterattack, Walter Ramirez was off and running, and that was just a terrible foul.
Played back, good tackle by Cabrera. Gets it back to his keeper and just running across is Portillos. He couldn't quite get there, and Bush plays it off of Portillos, and it will be a throw in Montreal.
So a little bit of everything happening in this match tonight. Great excitement, and so far you have to give the man of the match in the first half to Matt Pickens, the big man, the last line of defense for the Rowdies, and he has stood tall.
Particularly the last 10 minutes with 3 outstanding saves. Avila gets it out to Al-Hassan. Overlapping is Nanchoff. It's going to go off of Montreal. It'll be a throw for the Rowdies. Avila. Nifty work by Nanchoff with him. Back to Nanchoff, left foot, sends it in. There's Al-Hassan into the area. He brings it up, and it may have deflected off. It will be a corner kick for the Rowdies. Nanchoff will look to take this one.
And this will probably it for that first half, so make it worth it as you see them look at their watches.
Rowdies set him up. Heineman gets the head on it, and it goes over the goal line. Bush will set up for the goal kick, and I think much like we saw in the first one, whether it just leaves the foot, although we did have that little stoppage of play right at the 45-minute mark with the yellow card, so maybe a few extra seconds here. And not the case as it was in the first half too. But it was not short of action. Montreal tested Matt Pickens in the last 10 minutes, and he stood tall. And right now, Heather Donnelly with the head coach of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Stuart Campbell.
Coach, you're scoreless right now with a team that has played very well in this Suncoast Invitational. What do you think of your team's performance in the first half?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. We started the game really well, which something I asked for after last week's performance. We've had 2 or 3 really good chances, as Montreal have. It's an enjoyable game to watch. Both teams are playing pretty well, in my opinion.
What will be your message to your team in the locker room?
More of the same. I'm going to make some changes because I said it's only our 3rd game, so I'm going to be making a few changes now and then more as the half goes on. But no, whatever team starts in the second, I want more of the same.
All right, thanks, Coach. Guys.
Thank you, Heather. Yep, it was scoreless through the first 45. We got some highlights coming up here at the half, and we got a lot for both teams. We'll come back. You are watching Rowdies Soccer.
It's a 1-iron. And the right side of the green should go left when it hits.
I can't even see that one.
Oh, just a couple more.
Well, how's he getting on?
Just 4 over.
Again, water coming off the bill of his head.
It's wet, isn't it?
You warm enough? I'm warm enough, yeah. Yes.
So when do you think you'll turn professional?
I know I have to keep working hard to keep getting better and better.
On the team, Tiger Woods. From Northern Ireland, Roy McIlroy.
Good shot there, man.
Can you feel it? That vibe. It's here on America's best beaches. Feel it in unique mashups of amazing, crazy, and wow. So within every moment, you live amplified. St. Pete Clearwater, solar powered and radiating 1 million megawatts of possibility. Dive in deeper at liveamplified.com.
At St. Anthony's, we're not just a hospital.
We're St. Pete's newest emergency center with all private rooms for your comfort.
We are a comprehensive breast center, giving you care and compassion when you need it most.
We're your neighborhood family physician, and we're here to take care of you.
We're a healthcare team striving to make your visit easy and comfortable.
At St. Anthony's, we're your connection to exceptional care.
Last year, Bud Light built a town called Whatever USA and invited anyone who enjoys spontaneous awesomeness to become its citizens.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, Mardi Gras all combined. This is unreal. It's like my best dream.
Are you up for whatever? Good weather, drinking beer, it's awesome. Where am I? This is amazing.
And all that's standing between you and a chance at is sharing a 15-second audition video. Tell us why you should go using #UpForWhatever and #audition.
It's a beautiful night here in downtown St. Petersburg, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies and Montreal Impact are currently scoreless here in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational at halftime. Hi everybody, I'm Heather Donnelly. This week, the Montreal Impact, training here at Al Lang Stadium, got a really cool opportunity to meet Cole Eicher. For those of you watching who don't know who Cole is, he's a very special Rowdies fan who recently battled and beat brain cancer. He's a young boy who became friends with the Rowdies and was actually signed to the team, so he's an honorary member of the Rowdies. But he stopped by this last week and got a chance to meet Montreal Impact and raise awareness for a cause that's very near and dear to his heart. Take a look.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with brain cancer. I was treated at All Children's Hospital, really close by me, in St. Petersburg. I live in St. Petersburg. The Rowdies and me connected together well. At halftime, we would go and we would present a check to them, and that would all go towards pediatric cancer research. And I'm now putting a fund together that we are trying to get some dollars raised, so now we can get a actual research plan get together. It was really inspiring, yeah. So I went in there and I just told my story a little bit, and then I told what I'm doing right now in the community and what they can do to help out the community and fundraise and do whatever they want to do with raising money. And I told them they have a lot of followers on Instagram. They can post one thing or something about pediatric cancer or whatever, and they can raise awareness. Well, my goal is I still want to start raising money, a lot of raising money. I want everyone to know, just like how breast cancer is, it's pink. September is the month of childhood cancer, and I just want to find more research money to find a cure to cancer.
We want to send a very big thanks to the Montreal Impact for providing us with that video and showing us an inside look at Cole's visit with the Impact. We have to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to take a look at the Rowdies week in training. You're watching the Tampa Bay Rowdies taking on the Montreal Impact here in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational. We are currently scoreless in downtown St. Petersburg.
Last year, Bud Light built a town called Whatever USA and invited anyone who enjoys spontaneous awesomeness to become its citizens.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, Mardi Gras all combined. This is unreal. It's like my best dream.
Are you up for whatever? Good weather, drinking beer, it's awesome. Where am I? This is amazing.
And all that's standing between you and a chance at is sharing a 15-second audition video. Tell us why you should go using #UpForWhatever and #audition.
One iron. And the right side of the green should go left when it hits.
I can't even see that one.
Oh, just a couple more.
Well, how's he getting on?
He's 4 over.
Again, water coming off the bill of his head.
It's wet, isn't it?
You warming up? I'm warming up, yeah.
So when do you think you'll turn professional?
I know I have to keep working hard to keep getting better and better.
On the team, Tiger Woods. From Northern Ireland, Roy McIlroy.
Good shot there, man.
It was a busy week for the Tampa Bay Rowdies with a little impromptu indoor training session thanks to a big storm that rolled through the Tampa Bay area and the signing of midfielder Eric Avila. Here's a look back at the Rowdies' week of training.
First game, ignore the white cones. You see the yellow cones here. So it's basically a third of the field. Reason, obviously, you saw the game. We're so stretched. We got to stay compact. Center backs, holding mids, make sure this is your responsibility that we are already more squeezed in, that we're compact. Okay?
Can't go outside today, so we're going to stay in here. Remember, we're in pre-season. Okay, make sure you get yourself, get a good sweat on, get the work done.
We're going to start on our feet, we're going to do a jumping jack series.
Come on, Steph. Come on, Steph. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Come on, dance, buddy, dance.
They stink? Yeah, they stink. They're coming out fresh. Look at that. Look at that right there. I am the difference between a goal and not a goal. I knew that already, though.
My name is Eric Avila. I'm from San Diego, California. I played in Dallas, Toronto, Chivas USA, Orlando City, and now the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Nice to meet you.
First, it was good. It was really nice. It was, I flew in last night. It was just good to get out in the field and meet all the guys and just get out there and get going. I'm more of an attacking midfielder, so I want to be creative. I want to get going. I want to score some goals.
We're gonna go 11 versus 11 here on the full field. Obviously it's a smaller field. Same idea as last time. You cannot be stretched out, okay? You gotta be compact, you gotta be within 2 of the 3/3 all the time, all right?
I think it's the last game against an MLS team. I think it will be a good test for us. Against a very good team. There's a lot of quality players on that side, so it'll be a challenge for us. But I think the way we train this week, we should be up to it.
Well, it was a good look at the week that was, and Lee, here's a good look at the 45 minutes that just was too, as we are playing here. The Rowdies and Montreal tied at 0 here in that first half.
Yeah, a lot of good chances on both sides of the ball. The Montreal Impact always dangerous and not afraid to try things from distance here. And Didier Drogba not able to get up on that one. This is the best chance for the Rowdies as Justin Chavez gets up on the free kick, and Bush just the fingertips. And how about this one? Ringing it off the post and the crossbar for the Montreal Impact. Denied. Matt Pickens can just watch that one, and that rattled the whole net. And the Impact, though, did continue to keep coming and building more opportunities here. Chested back, Alexander's shot blocked, and it comes in. It is Piatti. And Matt Pickens is right there on the spot. You see Piatti clapping there after the save as Pickens does the right thing. And another one from Piatti. And then how about this one off the corner kick? Didier Drogba with the header, and Pickens again stands tall, makes a great save. Really powerful stuff from Matt Pickens within the last 10 minutes or so of that first half. Really kept the Rowdies in the game. And you heard Stuart Campbell talk about a few things that he was happy with the back and forth, but as that half wore on, Montreal seemed to start to take control of it.
Yeah, it really did. The last 10 minutes, and if for Matt Pickens playing like he did, you're right. It just probably would have a goal at least somewhere in there. But the Rowdies got off to an important start. But right now, we'll get down to our own Heather Donnelly on the sideline. Heather?
Coach, what are your thoughts on your team's first half performance?
Yeah, I thought we got better as the half went on, and I'm happy that it's a difficult game. They're giving us a good fight, and we got to be ready. It's the reality of what we're going to expect next week, so we got to keep up the intensity and continue to work on the principles we put in place.
Yeah, with one half of soccer left before the regular season, basically, what do you want to see out of your team?
Well, we're trying to get, I'm going to push the guys to 90 minutes here. I think that's the most important thing, to get that in their legs, to get ready physically and get sharp the next week.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Heather. Mauro Biello, who, rather talkative there. It's good idea, and he was right on, as Stuart Campbell was. But, good start for the Rowdies. Montreal seemed to control it. Rowdies are going to make a change in net. Michael Longer will be your goalkeeper. We'll check and see what else may or may not. I see a lot of the same numbers. Remember, Zach Portillos has a caution for the Rowdies, and it was a mistaken caution. And Cabrera has a caution for Montreal. He's still out in the field as well, as it looks like Montreal, as I see out there, all the same numbers, although number 27 has made his way on for Montreal. And that looks like in the form of Venegas. Johan Venegas, and perhaps in for Ontivero, I think.
And Keith Savage has also come into the game for the Montreal Impact, the Tampa Bay Rowdies in the midfield for
like maybe
the guys
Juan
in black.
Yeah, maybe Juan Guerra, I think, at that point. We'll check and see whether or not Juan made it on. And if so, that Zach Portillo's caution could be where it should have gone to Juan Guerra. But hey, we'll see what happens here in this 45.
Yeah, that's exactly who it's for, right?
Montreal looks to bring it out of the back early on. We mentioned Montreal.
Well, for all the fans watching this one up in Montreal and in the area, they wanted to announce that, of course, their home opener, they play on the road that first week. Their home opener at the Stade Olympique is March the 12th versus the New York Red Bulls, and tickets are still available for that game. So if you want to get to the home opener to watch the Montreal Impact, go to impactmontreal.com to buy your tickets. And of course, season's tickets, individual game tickets still available right here for your Tampa Bay Rowdies. So go online to rowdiesoccer.com to get on that. Got a little bit more time for that one, as the Rowdies don't start their season until April the 2nd against the Indy 11.
You mentioned Keith Savage got the start in game 1 against DC United. Did not play just because a little banged up, but he's coming off knee surgery from last year where he played only 32 minutes. Tom Heineman will run down into the corner. He's able to go around Simon. Simon tries to reach to grab him. Heineman cuts it back. Looks like we actually had Junior Burgos, who's also in the game, and I think he's in for Walter Ramirez. So Burgos has made his way on. Rowdy's making 3 subs in the first half. Khalifa Hassan will move out wide, and Burgos will play just under Heineman, where Hassan kind of had the role Burgos did in the first half, and Ramirez was wide left.
Good move there by Heineman coming in to get around Simon, but his back pass is just a little bit too far back, had Junior Burgos up a couple of yards further.
Now Hassan will take it away, and Sanfilippo looks forward for Heineman, but Donadell is there. But his pass, his header, goes off to Portillos. Not a good header, and now Portillos will dribble out of bounds. Donadell recovers and quickly throws it into his goalkeeper, Bush. Simon trying to throw body checks to protect Bush. Did a good job. Piatti able to turn around King, and he'll dribble towards the corner. King steps in, but Piatti still has it. Piatti inside, cuts it back to Ship. Ship keeps it going. That's Venegas. A little bit high on the cross, and Savage will have to defend and will help earn the goal kick.
Well, you wondered how many minutes Didier Drogba would get in this match, and it was 45 minutes of play. It appears that Dominic Oduro is coming up top for the Montreal Impact.
And let's check in with Heather Donnelly on our Twitter update. Heather?
Yeah, Mike. For any fans who weren't watching at the very beginning of the game, we're asking fans to keep up with us on Twitter and tweet us at Tampa Bay Rowdies during the broadcast. We asked at the beginning of the game, what do you think will be the final score? We have a lot of fans predicting that it'll be a 4-1 or 4-2 Montreal victory. We also have another fan predicting a 4-1 Rowdies victory. So if the fans have it right, expect to see a lot of goals here in the second half, guys.
Well, do we have any 0-0 selections there, Heather? I don't know. I mean, maybe we do. I mean, right now that's 45 minutes in, or actually 49 minutes in. That's
a lot of opportunities in that first half.
Been.
I do think one will eventually find the way into the back of the net.
This game hasn't been short of chances, that's for sure. Heineman goes over his head as Simon brings it down to Donadell.
Well, it was a little bit of a class and respect, and in Mauro Biello's comments to the Rowdies that this is exactly the type of game that they want to be in, that it is a high-tempo game, that the Rowdies really are challenging them, and there are some very talented players on the Rowdies that have had plenty of years in Major League Soccer and around, and obviously can compete at this level no problem.
As Oyongo will cross it in, it's headed out by Sanfilippo. And as the Rowdies look out the back, I'm reminded here, Lee, that of course they can go Tampa Bay Rowdies as longer sent it wide at Tampa Bay Rowdies on the Twitter, but you could tweet us too. And certainly you are very active on that. I am semi-active on it, but yes, we can go out there to your thoughts and throughout the game here. There we go. Maybe you can tell me what color shirt you prefer I wear. I don't know. Figure it out. Throw the black out there like the Rowdies have. Is Savage, Heineman there. It's Burgos has it one-on-one with Simon. Simon goes down, left foot shot by Nanchoff. They got a little overly aggressive. Rowdies had some numbers, but they were still a little slow with it. Don't get the most of that opportunity. It was a good tackle by Simon, who committed himself. And Nanshaw teed it up from about 30, but it goes wide.
I was talking to Will Johnson after the game Wednesday, Toronto FC in Montreal, and Will had only good things to say about Michael Nanshaw and what he can bring to this team. They both played together as members of the Portland Timbers.
Yeah, Nanshaw certainly has made his mark here in his first month with the team. Kind of recovering from a rolled ankle he had at practice a week ago, though he did not play in last week's game. And I'd be remiss, Lee. I mean, you're at Levon Godfrey, and I'm at Sports Tampa for those Twitter handles. Somewhat interesting on the tidbit that Heather gave us in the first half. We got Oduro and Al Hassan on the field at the same time. Here's Darnell King going towards the corner to get it back into Avila. Avila can tee this one up. He's 18. He blocked by Donadell. Maybe waited just a touch too long, and now Piatti will have it. He's got Oduro with him. 2v3. Now it's Oduro, though, who's a 1v1, and they're running still. Sanfilippo gets it, but now the Rowdies just fortunate, as that one's just a little bit too far out for Piatti.
End-to-end stuff here right now. This game really has opened up as Piatti slowed to get to his feet.
That is Avila. Heinemann's in the box. Will he try and get it to him, or he's got two defenders on him now? He'll go around him. Can he get the ball across? Simon droves down. It's still across. It's high, but now it's Nanshaw. But Harry Shipp able to come back and head it away before Nanshaw, who was waiting on it. Now it's Oduro and Sanfilippo. Oduro's got the speed, but Sanfilippo's got the step, and he gets it back to Longer, and Longer just puts it over the sideline. Throw in Montreal. You talked about that Oduro speed in the video game.
Yeah, and FIFA 16 or 15, sorry, it would have been the year before. And he was in Toronto. That he's the fastest player on the video game. Everybody in the world. So we had some fun with him on that one. But that time, Sanfilippo may have been beaten, but because he timed that sliding tackle perfectly, Dominic Oduro unable to get around him.
Good look at Mauro Biello, the head coach for the Montreal Impact. The squad has a throw deep in the corner. And then short to Venegas. Sent across. Sanfilippo header away. Make that Chavez just has to get it up the field. Almost a hospital ball almost, as Piatti was challenging. Bob again going, getting the fans up. Bush plays it along the back up to Cabrera. Piatti. And to Venegas. Venegas will take the shot. It will go off the thigh of Sanfilippo. Corner kick. Rowdy scarfs being used more than just cheering tonight. Here's Donadell, out swinger. Chavez. Back post, Oyongo sends it. And I guess we'll run it down. He'll get the throw. Burgos. Rowdies have a little chance for possession here. Avila will send it up for Heineman. Heineman with Cabrera. Heineman putting the back two under pressure. Cabrera and Simon, but Cabrera able to turn. And Heineman comes in on the tackle and will at least earn the throw. No, it will actually deflect off of Heineman. It will be a throw for the impact.
Still great hustle there by Tommy Heineman. He's not just a big guy that you use as a target man. He just proves there how much he's willing to work off the ball as well and try to win it back, and created some problems for the back two of the Montreal Impact there.
There's Piatti. Alexander. Headed over, but it's just going to go to Al-Hassan. Savage, Al-Hassan, Burgos. Good work by the Rowdies. Burgos has to turn it around though. Still use Chavez in the back. Savage again. Looking towards the corner. Zach Portillo's going to run. He'll be able to get there perhaps. And good work by Toya to shield him from the ball, as Portillo's goes a long way, not able to keep it in.
Yeah, the right idea there by Savage though, but he just got a little bit too much on that ball. Portillo's not able to catch up to it.
Driven to Oyongo. Good ball, in Montreal with possession again as they'll try and play out the back. You mentioned the Red Bulls with their opener in a couple of weeks. They do open up the season at Vancouver next Sunday. But then, as you said, the home opener. But good individual move, but Savage steps in to take the ball away. Keith Savage looking wide. Now back to Savage, who's on the run down the line. That was Nanshoff who gave it to him. Savage, can he get it from Donadell? Donadell and Alexander are able to take it away from him. Now some space for Ship, but well read by Darnell King. Heineman takes it to the corner. Simon's on him. He's going to play it across, and Burgos can't get across on the second ball. And now Piatti will have the ball that's cleared out. And now they're going to play it into Aduro, into space. He's got two on him. Sanfilippo is going to cut it back inside. Now he's able to put it to the right foot, and on the far side is Venegas. Venegas off the shot and across. Sanfilippo will play it out.
Again, action both ends of the pitch. At one side, Tommy Heineman just trying to find Avila, but that pass was behind. They go back on the counterattack, and Dominic Aduro is setting things up with great clearance by Sanfilippo. And I think as this game goes on, Mike, and no one scores, the frustration will be on the side of Montreal because they haven't been able to finish. And in their minds, they're probably thinking this is we should be winning. And the Rowdies just showing no give up, and they're out there working just as hard, and if not harder, and generating chances too.
Heineman will get called for the foul as we approach the 60th minute. Just under an hour we have played. Just over half an hour remaining. Scoreless, Montreal and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Preseason action in the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational. Cabrera gets it out wide to Toya. Simon's going to have some space and doesn't get it Donadell very fast, so Burgos 33 versus 33 can come across and slow it down, but Alexander will come up the middle of the field. Ship. King heads it away. Piatti with room to turn, but Burgos able to come back and slow it down briefly. Oyongo. King on him. 2v2. And that's number 2 versus number 2. And Darnell King's going to get it away from him. And play it off him. It's going to stay in bounds. And King will send it up the field out of bounds. Throw for Montreal.
Great battle there between Oyongo and Darnell King, both not giving an inch, not giving up. Darnell King eventually winning the battle, not giving anything up to the Montreal Impact beyond a throw.
Here's Donadell. Good ball. Offsides is Venegas. Whistle blows. Tried to find the penetrating ball. Is the mob doing the dance, the shimmy, the shake. And I don't think it's just necessarily only to stay warm. Michael Longer, good look at the first-year Rowdy keeper. Experience over in the German leagues. Over the top, headed back. This one's going to be dangerous, but Chavez able to get back to the second ball and use his goalkeeper Longer. Longer looking forward for Heineman. Sandwich between Dunner. He'll run and get it though. Here is Nanchoff. Nanchoff out wide to Al Hassan. Leave Al Hassan. Going against Toya. Here's Burgos.
Junior Burgos is going to want to perform well, not only this season for the Rowdies, but against a team like the Montreal Impact. As he is on loan from Atlanta, he will be going to Major League Soccer next season. So he wants to be able to prove not only to himself, but to everybody that he is that type of caliber of player, and it's to the benefit of the Rowdies to have him here this season.
Savage. Burgos back to Hassan. And Avila will get the shot off, maybe deflected prior to getting it, and it will go into the hands of Evan Bush. Bush will look to play it quickly, and offsides is Venegas, who had to come back for it. The Rowdies get the free kick on the offsides.
You see Junior Burgos. He's only 27 years old. He was drafted originally in the MLS Super Draft by Toronto FC. Only made 2 appearances for the Reds before being released. Has now signed a contract with Atlanta in Major League Soccer, who kick off their MLS campaign next season.
Now here's Ship into Oduro, who's offside. Dominic Oduro offside.
Now, if you had to guess what type of car Dominic Oduro drives, what type of personality does he suit, what would you see him driving?
Well, you say, I mean, the speed, why not? We'll just say a Ferrari. How's that?
I don't know if he's got that type of salary, but Dominic Oduro drives a new Camaro. It's so funny. I just don't see him in it. He just, you know, I could see him in a Fiat or something.
Showing off the speed. I'm sure we'll get another chance to see it here in the second half as Burgos has 3 white shirts on him, and they'll take it away from him. Now the numbers are with Montreal if they want to go forward. It's a 5v5. Oyongo will sit it all the way across. Sanfilippo, though, is there with the header, and Nanchoff will protect it into the feet of Keith Savage. Over the top. Did Heineman hold his run up? No, he didn't. It was Heineman and Nanchoff, and the linesman was waiting to see which one it was. Nanchoff didn't hold the run. There is Heineman. He is definitely offside by quite a bit. But you can see Nanchoff running in, and that's why if he had maybe gone for it and Heineman had stopped the run, perhaps, as Mauro Biello looks on. Piatti. Looks like the Rowdies might be doing that sub you talked about up top, Lee. Heineman maybe coming off for Mwanga, but right now they have to worry about defending, and they do. Portillos. And Savage. Out to Burgos. Wide. King one-on-one with Oyongo. Let's see what Darnell King can do here. He's going to get to the end line. He'll put it across. Bush goes to his right. Grabs it at the 6-yard box.
Well, this has been a great battle at both ends of the pitches for the two number 2s on this team in Darnell King and Oyongo. Earlier it was down in the Rowdies end of the pitch, and this time it's Darnell King getting the better of Oyongo, getting around him and able to get that cross into the box, but it is Bush who was there and no Rowdies to follow up on it.
Sanfilippo's solid there again as Portillos has it. Now with Burgos, so make that Nanchoff. Heineman has a little space, and it's another breakaway for the big man. Tom Heineman goes at it. He's going to hold his body off. He goes through Simon. No foul called. He was able to get around, but he did fall after that. Now Harry Shipp and Montreal look to go the other way with Piatti now. Here's Piatti. Oduro runs into the box. He'll take it wide, back to Shipp. Piatti into the area, tackled by Sanfilippo again. Frankie Sanfilippo solid in the back middle tonight. Now Donadell. Cleared away. Heineman goes through Cabrera, play on. Here's Oyongo has it. Alexander. Here's Cabrera. Now as Montreal looks. There's Donadell who's going to tee it up and go wide. And as we mentioned, perhaps the sub, but Heather Donnelly with more on the sideline. Heather?
Yeah, the Rowdies have been waiting to get Danny Mwanga into this game. You guys saw him over here getting ready to go in a little while back. Stuart Campbell actually looked over and joked, this has been the longest time without a stoppage in play. They were just waiting and waiting to get him in, and now they're finally getting that chance.
And there he is. Danny Mwanga will get some action again tonight. Coming in for Heineman here in the 70th minute.
Great options for Stuart Campbell up front to be able to make that substitution. A big body for another big body in Danny Mwanga.
Oyongo.
Really something that the Rowdies did not have last year is a big physical presence up front.
They had two of them now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you had Long Tan briefly, but he was more of a taller, skinny type player. He did not have the physical presence that both of these players have. So to be able to insert one for the other is a real luxury for the Rowdies this season.
Good view by Donadell. We'll switch it over to Oyongo. King has to come around, and Oyongo able to send it, headed away by Chavez. Avila has it taken off of him by Piatti, but then Avila will play it out. It will be a throw for the Impact.
just 20 minutes left to play in this one, and I'm still surprised that there are no goals on the board. The Rowdies have not been able to find the back, but in less games, and the Impact have.
Oh, Longer with the save on a rifled shot from distance by Alexander, it looked. And Longer had to go up high. Actually, that was Toya on the left foot, and look at that save.
Beautiful save coming across is Longer, and he's able to get his left hand on that long shot on goal, and that was just going away from Longer, but you see him right at the top of the 6 get up high and push that ball out to keep this one at zeros. So just as I said, it's still 0-0. Teams are still trying to get the decider or get the first one of the night.
Donadell into the middle, headed on by Chavez, chased down. Here's Cabrera. Not a lot, so he's just going to send it back to Bush. Mwanga's going to challenge him, and out of bounds goes Bush. Rowdies have some numbers. They're going to throw it into Mwanga. He's got one on him. Oyongo with a long run. White shirts now back to protect it, but no longer the number advantage. Savage driven to King. Avila. Simon goes down, and Avila able to run and keep it in. He'll send it over with the left foot. Mwanga over his head, headed away by Montreal, now cleared away. Piatti will run it down and chest it nicely. Use ship. Now Piatti will look to give it Oduro. It's a foot race. Oduro and Sanfilippo, and Frankie Sanfilippo goes over and clears it away. And that will be another substitution for the Rowdies. They look to make another sub. It's like maybe Jeremy Hall coming on for Michael Nanchoff. So Hall on for Nanchoff. Nanchoff was playing more of a defensive midfielder. We'll see if he kind of slides back behind and they move Savage up a little bit. We'll see how that works.
Nice job there by Avila to win the ball off of Piatti.
Hall gets it wide to Sanfilippo. He's got time. He does keep it in. Still scoreless here at Al Lang Stadium between the Impact and the Rowdies. Of course, Al Lang Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, as we enter the 75th minute. This one will go back to Longer. You know, Longer's save was outstanding, but Matt Pickens had 3 outstanding saves first half. Rowdies have had 4 great saves tonight. Evan Bush had 1 of his own.
Yeah, it's a great example of people that don't like the sport of soccer or say that they don't like it because there's no scoring. Is a perfect example to say, well, there was a heck of a lot of chances.
There's another chance. Burgos in from Mwanga. Now Darnell King, and he might try and go high. He'll be called for the dangerous play as he looked for the bicycle kick and never got the foot up, but it was an attempt, and it will be a free kick for Montreal.
Yeah, the only reason why there's no goals in this game tonight is because of the superb play of keepers at both ends.
Terry Ship. Now Oyongo. Donadell. Trying to get it inside, did Venegas. Savage will take it away there. Now back to Savage. Zach Portillo's on the run from his defender position, and he's hooked it down and will earn the free kick.
Yeah, the card's probably going to come out here too, as Zach did a great job of getting around everybody and really had them on the run, and that's the only way that Montreal was going to stop Zach. As you see here, just the first pull he let go, but the second one is that's just a laziness. And there you see Malcolm Phillips. He's sitting there on the bench for the Rowdies, the kit man, and he saw his arms go out saying, you know, what was that?
Montreal has it. Venegas with the caution. Just joining us, Didier Drogba played 45 minutes first half. Of those outstanding saves we were talking about, he had one of those shots that Matt Pickens had to get to his left, and then Piatti had two great opportunities that Pickens stuffed him. That was here Oyongo. Back to Piatti. Donadell. With time and space, he'll try and go inside, and it's taken away there by Al Hassan. Here's Avila, Eric Avila gets it to Mwanga, make that Burgos. Burgos into Mwanga. Too far for Toya. Dangerous there, and Chavez has to just send it downfield, and Cabrera.
Nice there by Jeremy Hall to steal the ball.
Simon uses Bush, and Bush sends it long. Donadell with a big tackle, and he's got the through ball. In is Venegas. Venegas is at the 18. He'll cut it back onto the left foot. It's Piatti again, and it's taken away by Chavez. Good job by Chavez, but Savage will lose it there, and Venegas will try and recreate the counter again.
Yeah, and Piatti's looking for the penalty kick as he went down, but I think that was all ball there, and he just wanted to try to make it look like he was fouled on the play, looking for the referee to point to the spot, but that was never coming. That was good defending there by the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Another look here is the tackle by Chavez.
Right
got
there.
It off the back heel.
Yeah, got the back heel, but he had hit the ball first. There was no way that Piatti was going to be able to get in on that ball. He hit the legs of Piatti after he had hit the ball away from him. Almost on the follow through. I like that as a non-call.
I agree. King, they earn the free kick as Ship and King collide, and they'll give it to Darnell King. As a throw. Here's Mwanga into Burgos. Savage will drive it out wide to Hassan. Portillos is going to run around him, and he'll get it. He'll go at Toya, Zach Portillos, Burgos, and now Hassan. Good work by Sanfilippo to get it away from Maduro, and the Rowdies maintain possession. Just past the 80-minute mark. Still Still scoreless.
Go on, Johan. Back. Relax. Zach, you there. Go forward, Zach. Go forward. Hold on.
And we'll get a caution here. No, we won't. We'll get a red card. Donadell gone. Margot Donadell sent straight off. Right in front of the Montreal bench. You can see Zach Portillas, just a shove. I mean, I have a hard time seeing that as a red.
He did pull out a yellow first, and I'm not sure if he did have that was a second yellow and then the red. But regardless of it, that's just pure frustration. And yeah, second yellow for Donadell, and that's just frustration, and that's just a dumb play. Nothing's happening there that would change a game at the middle of the park to just nail someone from behind. And now the Montreal Impact will be down to 10 men for the remainder of this game as the Rowdies make a substitution.
Ben Sweat on for Zach Portillos. Sweat will take that free kick short with Sanfilippo.
Yeah, when you're sitting on a yellow card, that's just mind-boggling to have the lack of discipline there and just be sent off.
Avila loses it. Oduro. Savage. Able to get it from Oduro.
And this is that frustration that I was talking about 20 minutes ago, Mike, that will set in on the Montreal Impact if they can't convert, if they can't be successful. The Tampa Bay Rowdies are not going away.
Here's Burgos. Darnell King. It's going to roll past, and it will over the goal line. Goal kick. King has to keep it in. Here's Sweat. Into Burgos. Junior Burgos is offside. Offside is the call. Again, two Rowdies, and the wrong one chose the run. Mwanga may have been onside. Injured Montreal player. It'd be a Rowdies throw. Looks like maybe Venegas. Is Venegas, has been Sweat. Got him in the back, but it is a throw for the Rowdies. Burgos play on. Savage pokes it away, and now the Rowdies might have an opportunity here as King tries to get it to Avila. Avila's got a defender to beat. Now Mwanga. Danny Mwanga turns it into Hall. Lots of white jerseys back, but Rowdies still trying to catch him off balance. They'll get it out wide into Al Hassan, headed away by Cabrera. Loose ball down. Now back out to Ben Sweat.
Al Hassan needs to do a little bit better than that. You can see he had a lot of time on that left-hand side, and there really was only Mwanga in the box, surrounded by white jerseys, an easy clear by the impact.
Darnell King's cross headed away by Ayongo. Junior Burgos in behind the defense. He's got it to Mwanga. 15 yards out. Touches shot. Saved by Bush. It was Adam, and Bush got his hands up, but it will be a corner kick.
Good vision there by Junior Burgos to stop here and just not swing it in. He puts it low on the ground, sees Mwanga trailing. Mwanga trying to get it around there, and he ends up going near post, and Evan Bush able to push that one out for the corner kick. So here comes the Rowdies in the last 3 minutes to play.
Here's Burgos, out swinger. Driven, penalty spot. It's headed away, pushing Mwanga and Simon, and Mwanga will get called for the foul.
Well, there you see Mwanga and Evan Bush exchanging pleasantries here. And I don't know really why the foul goes against Mwanga. Yeah, he gave Simon a push, but you know what? He's standing beside Evan Bush, and you are allowed to have your spot in the box. If you're not pushing and shoving, he's got every right to be right in the face of Evan Bush.
The long ball by Bush, run down by Sweat. And Sweat, nice turn. Will look up for Mwanga. Cabrera takes it off of Mwanga, and Mwanga may get called for the foul. No, so play on. A little touch. Harry Ship sent near post, out for the goal kick. Minute and a half until we hit 90, plus any stoppage time.
Dominic Oduro there. You see him with the little dreads and the mohawk, and normally it's full of colors or he does something unique to it, and I asked him why not, and he said nope, that does not come until the first game of the regular season to crack out the hair coloring.
Well, that's coming up in a week. Let's see what he does. Good tackle, but now Darnell King will be called for it. Maybe it wasn't a good tackle. It'll be a yellow card to Darnell King.
And Darnell King is pointing to the official and saying, geez, looked to me like I got all ball. We'll see here on the follow through if his studs were up, but if it was still, yeah, that's, I'm not sure about that.
I don't think
no, I think he's come underneath the ball.
Well, free kick here for Montreal. They're playing down a man.
Yeah, there you see Stuart Campbell up and having a word with the fourth official, questioning it as well, how Darnell King hits the ball at the grass, and the feet were at a completely different level.
2 extra minutes will play. Final 120 seconds here as Piatti just keeps possession with Simon. Alexander. Here's Piatti, gonna maybe tee it up. He's gonna play it into the area and it's gonna roll long. The longer will have a goal kick.
Yeah, signals crossed there. Piatti Was hoping someone else would make that run into the box, and instead that just easily goes out.
Savage will test that. Mwanga goes over Cabrera. Cabrera recovers. He'll use Bush. Bush will just send it towards the fourth official. Kept in bounds, but Khalifa Hassan will have it. Now he's going to play to the corner. Ben Sweat on the overlapping run. Final minute of stoppage time. This one's going to go over the end line. Goal kick. And it looks like Al Hassan will go down, maybe cramping, trying to hold that toe. Means Jeff Michaud will come on as Al Hassan comes off.
Well, it's funny that they are playing the Montreal Impact. If Jeff Michaud was a member of the Montreal Impact and playing in Montreal, it would be Jeff Michaud.
Michaud
would be how you pronounce his name in French. It's a very French name and background.
As Bush sends it long.
That was it.
The referee raises his hand, and this one's over. Played 90, and there was no score. But as it is, there were plenty of opportunities. And I know that you can watch the Rowdies Soccer YouTube channel. You'll be able to get a good chance to see all of them.
Well-deserved, I think, draw for the Rowdies. A good way to end this one.
Great saves. Bush was the first one, and right now, Heather Donnelly is with the head coach of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Stuart Campbell.
Coach, you were hoping to see more of the same out of your team in the second half. Did you see what you wanted to see, and what did you think of their performance?
Yeah, I did. I was really happy with the performance. Obviously, playing against a very, very good side. I thought we equipped ourselves very well. Obviously, a few tired bodies at the end, but overall, pretty happy with the performance.
You have yet to score your first preseason goal, but you've been up against some really intense competition here in the Suncoast Invitational. What do you take away from this tournament as a whole?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic learning curve. As I said, we knew it was going to be very difficult. I was asking a lot of the players to go in the first 3 games of preseason against MLS teams, and overall I'm happy. And as you said, we're creating chances against very good teams.
Coming up next week, you have a game against USF and then the trip to England. What do you hope to accomplish over the next week leading up to those games?
Obviously, next week, the game against USF, I want to try and get the rest of the players up to speed. Obviously, a few players weren't involved tonight, so they'll be involved next week because I want to try and balance the minutes as even as possible.
Thanks, Coach. Mike and Lee, back to you.
Well, thank you, Heather. And as it is 0-0. I mean, the Rowdies did not score in preseason, but they did create some more chances tonight. And Stuart Campbell not unhappy with the performance, and he'll be very happy with the way his goalkeepers look. Bush made a great save there. For all the Rowdies Suncoast Invitational, DC United, Philadelphia Union, the Toronto FC, New York City FC, New York Red Bulls, Montreal Impact, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We appreciate you watching over the last couple of weeks. It's been fun. For Heather Donnelly on the sideline, for Lee Godfrey, I'm Mike Pepper. Rowdies in Montreal finish at 0-0.